we need to get the 270th word from the end and the 270th word from the beginning. We don't really know how many words are there in total, but if I alright, so if I get 270th word, it means that I need the 269th in Python terms. So if I get print word, actually the words, because that's where we've stored all the words, 269, this would be the word that I would need from the beginning. So here it says 270th word from the end. So first we need the word coming from the end, and then the one from the beginning. So this one will be from the beginning. But how do we get the one from the end? Well, we can do it two ways, but I'm going to just use one for simplification purposes, and this would get the job done. How many? Well, if I print the well, I'll just say length of words. There are 280 words. We need the 270th from behind. So if I deduct that number from the 280, I would get to basically word number 10, and that would be the word that I need. So I'll say word from end would be words 10, and word from beginning would be 269. Then I want to have the word from end and then plus the word from beginning, because that was specified in the instructions, right? So we need first the word from end and then the word from the beginning. So let's run this. Let's see what we have as an answer. Words, yes, spelling is very important. Words. So we have this one. Oh, we are still printing that one that we have to remove. This would be the answer to our challenge level 6. Nice. Challenge level 7. Make a string with the last letter of every word and use the last third of that string. Alright, it's becoming a bit more complex, but that's good. I'm going to remove this part. I'm not sure if we are going to need any of this before, but I'll leave it for now. The words we already have, right? Now you should know, what you should know is that when we say words, we actually just remove the space in between. So this would be a word, and that's fine. This would be a word, that's fine. But well, up until here, but here we would have this as a word, which would include the dot. So if you have a dot or a comma, that would be included in the word before the dot or the comma. So that is something that we need to have in mind when we take the last letter, because right now in the words, I'm going to print words, and I'm going to print just the last the first 10 words. So this is fine, but here, if we get the last letter, this one would not be fine because we would get the dot, and that's not really the last character of the word, same as here. So we could have a dot or a comma, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to comment this out for now, and I'm going to create basically the last characters. That's the one that we need, and I'll start with an empty basically variable, and what I want is for every word that we have in words, if the word, so the last letter minus 1 is equal to a comma, right? Then we don't want the comma, but in the last characters we would like to append the same word, but not the last character from behind, the one before that. So if we have, for example, in let's do the same for the dot. Last character plus equals word minus 2. Oh, this one should be L if, and then else if the last just if that's if it doesn't have a dot or a comma, then we just want to append the last character. So how would this work actually? It would start here. It would check, is the last character a dot or a comma? No, then get the last character. It would go up to this one, for example, and it would ask, okay, do we have a dot or a comma as the last character? The answer would be yes, so we would get the character before that, which would be correct, right? So I believe that with this script we already adjusted for the dots and the commas. And if I print the last characters, but note that we need not the last characters, all the last, but the last third of this whole string. But I'm going to print just to see if our script runs fine. Okay, so we have a large string and I don't see any character that's not a letter. We don't have any dots or commas or semicolons, so that's good. That's very good. I can print the length of the last characters. So we have print length of last character 280. So we have 280 characters and we need a third of it. So 280 divided by 3, 93. We need the last 93 characters. So how do we do that? Well, we don't need all, but we need the last 93. If we do it like this, we should get the string that would be the answer to our current challenge. It's quite a long one, but at least it's correct. Challenge level 8. Words that contain uppercase Q in them. Words, plural. Alright. Okay, let's see. Let's find all the words that contain uppercase Q in them and then see how we can proceed with that. How we would do that is, well, for wording, we no longer need this, but we would need a separate, I think a list would be good. So words with Q. What I want is for every word that we have in the words on top here, if we have the capital Q in words, then I want it to be added to the words with Q dot append word. If it doesn't, then just pass. And let's print words with Q. So what we do in this case is we go through all the words. If there's a capital Q in them, just add it to our list. If there isn't, then just pass. Let's see. Words with Q. It should be Q in word. So let me run this. Do we have any word? Oh, okay, that's just one. So that should be our answer. It was a bit tricky because I thought words that contain. Alright, since it's just one, just copy. That would be our answer to the challenge level 8. Challenge level 9. The alphabetic version of x plus y, where x is the number of commas that occur after words with exactly 4 letters, and y is the number of periods that occur after words with exactly 4 letters. Okay, this is nice. So, how do we solve this one? I'd start with this. I would have a counter for words that have, well, for commas after 4 letters and dots after commas and dots. We need to find out, so for example here this would not be correct. We would need 4 words and then a dot or a comma. In this list that we already have on top, words, we already have the dots and commas included. But since they are already part of the word itself, in this case we need the word to be not 4 letters long, but 5, because it already has the dot and the comma. So what we can do is, if the length of the word is 5, so the 4 letters plus the comma, and there's a comma in the basically in word, then we want the comma counter, commas, to increase by 1. If the length of the word is 5 and we have a dot in the word, then we want the dots to increase by 1. Else, this one should be elif. Else, if the word is not exactly 5 characters long and there is no, well, that would be it, or if there is no comma or dot in it, we would not want to do anything. Then what we need to do is we need to put them together. So our answer, I would say in answer in letters would be the commas plus dots, but we want that to be as, so the string of commas plus dots. Now the same, we need to convert this to letters. Oh, sorry, this would be answer in answer, just the answer. So we want to convert this answer to letters. So we have the alphabet. The solution is of course now an empty one, but we want for every number in the alphabet in our answer to have the solution. So I want to convert that, and then of course we need to also print solution. The answer would be CA. If we want to double check, we can start with maybe print commas. So we have 10 words that are with 4 letters plus a comma, and 10 more that are with dots, and then the sum is here as 20, and then so the answer would be, well, if I just print answer is 20, then the 2 in the alphabet, the second, basically the index 2 is C, and then 0 is A. So if I have CA, that's basically the answer to the 9th challenge. And the 10th challenge, number of days from Wednesday, November 24th, 1892 to January 1st, 2000. I don't see the relevance for this part. In fact, this is the last challenge, but I don't see any link to the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything that we've done until now, and I'm going to use something different. I'm going to import, so from date time, I'm going to import, actually, I still need the alphabetic form. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to leave this part of the code, but this part I would not need. So from date time, import date, and then what I want is I'm going to specify that, so I would say date 1 and date 2. Date 1 is date 1892, then I have the month, so 11, and then 24, and then the second one would be date 2001. Alright, I'm going to have answer maybe as this one. For now I'm going to comment this part out, but I'm going to have the comment as date 2 minus the 8 minus date 1. So that would be my answer. And let's print the answer. So we have 39,118. I'm just going to have this, it's much easier if I have it here as 39,118. So this would be our answer. And then I would want to have that answer converted into letters. Print solution at the end, and let's see what we have. So we have 5 letters, one for each number that we had in our days difference between the two dates, and that's it. Well done. I hope you've been able to follow basically all of the code. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, And of course, if you enjoyed watching the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos that will be Python related. Thank you for following it, and until the next time.